Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to do an update on the Rooster Teeth debacle.
Yeah.
We're trying to find more information on what is going on with Rooster Teeth. Now, for those of you who didn't watch the previous video, there are allegations, I want to be very clear, allegations that Funhaus personality Adam Kovic had some naughty videos of himself, and there are allegations that some of the people involved in those videos may not have been of age. Now, we don't have proof of this.
No, but apparently there's videos and stuff out there.
There are videos. I will verify. Unfortunately, there are videos. Yes, it does appear to be him. They are out on Kiwi Farms. I'm not going to link to that because I don't want to accidentally pull something up that's bad, either content-wise or the fact that Kiwi Farms does post personal information, which
we don't agree with.
Now, here's the thing. If it wasn't anything to worry about, it would have been swept under the rug and been like, no, that's nothing. The problem is there's some weird damage control going on right now. And the reason we're even covering this at all is we're like, oh my God, it's another PR disaster for Rooster Teeth, which has had multiple PR disasters over the last year.
No, I want to say too, I love how they made a comment on the Reddit thing. I think I quoted it to you. I don't know if you have it put up. Basically, they're saying, well, no one should be investigating this individually. We're waiting to see, you know, what the evidence is, you know, and all that other crap. You didn't wait to see what the evidence was, and, you know, before when, you know, it was somebody else who worked there and there was accusations leveled.
Yeah, we're going to get there. So there's some weirdness going on here. Yesterday, Achievement Hunter, which I believe Kovic is on.
Oh yeah, that happened yesterday. Yeah,
posts this, and they're blocking the comments. They're like, today's stream has been canceled, and instead we'll be airing a marathon. Thank you. They don't give an explanation. Well, the quote tweets, I hope it's not true. I'll at least wait until things are stated clearly from them before I believe it. I've been a fan for years. I'm not eager to get my heart broken.
But aren't they horrible people that are just covering for, you know, a predator? Because that's what was said, and people said, well, I'm waiting to see what the evidence is. I'm waiting to form an opinion. If you did that, you got called alt-right Nazi from certain people on Anime News Network.
Yeah, we're going to get there because there's a definite difference in...
That's what I'm pissed about.
...treatment of... And again, I always believe in innocent until proven guilty. Okay, there's a definite difference in the treatment of some of Rooster Teeth's people, like Adam Kovic, versus Vic Mignogna. In the case of Kovic, there appears to be actual video evidence of stuff going on. Now, whether or not it's consensual, whether or not it's, you know, whatever, I don't know, but it's creepy as hell. You know, in the case of Mignogna, we just had stories. Yeah,
and the evidence that was posted by Anime News Network, a lot of people refuted. The people that owned the picture said that's not what happened, and they had to, you know, remove things and issue, you know, statements that was alleged. You know, people said that came out that was not what they were saying. They had retractions, is what I'm looking for. So go ahead.
Yeah. So replies are disabled, but unless this account goes private, quote tweets aren't. The whole company is running itself into the grave. No replies, huh? That's going to be an effing yikes for me. Man, Rooster Teeth are not as cool ass as, or cool. Yeah, there's a lot of ass in those videos. Rooster Teeth are not the cool ass people I thought, especially after last year's fiasco. So they're blocking replies, restricting comments. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm sorry. That looks a little suspicious. I mean, when you immediately start doing that, it's a little bit like, why are you doing that? If it's not true, then why block all the comments?
Yeah, so what I gathered, pics got leaked of Ryan naked with a woman. It's actually Adam. Well, I think Ryan's involved too. From what I hear, it's not his wife, but fans, instead of addressing, they're doing this. Of course they are, because this is a serious accusation, and we know where WarnerMedia is at right now.
Yeah.
And any kind of whiff of wrongdoing. And look, that Rooster Teeth, last year they got, I mean, just last year alone, they got called out for abusing labor laws. They had multiple people step down, leave, get gone in a variety of ways. Earlier this year, or wait, no, last year they had one of their executives apparently beat his wife.
Yeah.
And then this year they had LeVar Burton's daughter come out and say that they're actually kind of racist-y, even though
we had people come to us that we reported on talking about the way things were going on, that
Gray Haddock apparently was a slave driver. Yeah.
So it's been a big mess. And I'm seeing a tale of two treatments here with the way one person is treated as compared to the way somebody else was treated.
Yeah. And again, I do believe in innocent until proven guilty. But there's definitely something up. And the damage control, usually the damage control is telling. If people aren't worried about something, they're like, well, whatever, we can disprove that. That's not a big deal. But the fact that they're locking the comments down, they canceled Achievement Hunter yesterday. This is right. Oh shit, the damage control is underway. And
what I'm mad about is their comment, which you'll get to eventually.
Yeah, we're getting there. So Rooster Teeth, you sent me a bunch of links yesterday, and I don't know if those original comments are even up, because every mention of this situation on multiple Rooster Teeth subreddits has been locked, gone, swept under the rug.
Did they do the same thing when it was Vic Mignogna?
No.
Oh, this is not interesting. You're not allowed to talk about this guy, but you can say whatever the hell you wanted about Vic.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
what I have a problem with. I have a problem with this double standard bullshit.
So yeah, Rooster Teeth subreddits are permanent banning all members who mention leaks of two on-screen personalities. This is true. We're going through like today's announcement. Sorry, the post has been removed by the moderators. On a side note, I've seen several people begging for a statement. I can understand one clarification, but people have to understand if an attorney is involved. Attorneys are almost 100% of the time going to advise their clients to stay silent. I think
well, that's true, but how come they had no problem saying what they wanted to say about the Vic situation?
Yeah, here we go. This kind of shit bothers me on so many levels. People jumping to a conclusion and condemning them without allowing for a proper investigation to occur. Just believing a bunch of anons on the web and then the social media armies strike.
Yeah, I agree. We saw the same thing with the Vic Mignogna situation.
Yeah, so it's, again, in both cases, I want to reiterate because people are like, oh my God, you're taking sides. No, I'm just saying there is more evidence of something going on with Kovic because we have video evidence of it than there was of Mignogna.
I'm not taking sides. I'm just saying that there's a double standard here and it's not right.
Yeah.
I just know that we personally got attacked for the things that they're saying now, which is we don't know yet, guys. Let's wait and see. That's the way it should be. That's the way we should stand by this. We said the same thing about Vic Mignogna, and then Anime News Network was calling us Nazis, and people like this were going around saying that we were bad people because how dare we not just condemn him automatically based on what people said. This has actual videos out there. But you know what? Don't condemn them until there's an investigation. That's what I have a problem with. This double standard Rooster Teeth bullshit. And I want to know where WarnerMedia is. Well, we're not going to put up with toxic bullshit. Well, where is WarnerMedia?
Oh, I'm sure they're involved. I'm sure that's why Achievement Hunter was canceled. I'm sure that's why this stuff is disappearing. I think it's funny, though, here. It's like the inbreds in a certain hated part of 4chan are spreading false information. Actually, look, there are people jumping to conclusions on 4chan. Most of the information, including links to the videos, are out on Kiwi Farms. Again, not linking to that because I don't believe in doxing people. But there are legit videos out there. Some people were trying to say that, and I didn't see the tweet or didn't copy the tweet, but people were trying to say it was like a deep fake. Like, who would go to the trouble? 400 videos.
People said the tattoos even matched.
The tattoos match.
I'm like, that's awfully, that would be why, and why them? It's not like they're like big celebrities that, that's going to matter like they do with other celebrities that, people care about. It's just that this whole idea that, don't just assume, wait for evidence. I'm like, I agree. We said that last time too, and we got so much shit for it. We were automatically labeled as bad people who didn't believe all women, believe all whatever. You can't just say that. That makes you a horrible, Islamophobe, alt-right, whatever, because he should automatically be condemned because we said so. To now, well, we don't know that, guys. I know there's video and it's probably him, but we don't know that. So you shouldn't say anything. And this is the same place. That's what the problem is.
Yeah. I mean, just the very small amount I watched, I'm like, I don't think this is a deep fake. And then here's the thing. Like, if it's consenting adults and the stuff got leaked on whatever, that's his business, right? But again, it gets sticky because the way that the people supposedly got.
I wouldn't have used that.
I don't know how to broach.
It gets sticky is not something I would use.
The way that apparently, allegedly, possibly, those videos and that information was obtained was done in a very creepy fashion. Again, unless somebody comes and here's the thing though, even if they find out that this was 100% legit or whatever, they're not going to come out and say it. I mean, Rooster Teeth isn't going to put a statement out. They might say, hey, we parted ways with Adam. We wish him well. But they're not going to be like, yes, here's exactly what happened. That's not going to happen.
No, but my point is, I love the behavior. It's a tale of two cases because, there was even less for the other instance. And, people who brought up, well, I need to see more proof, were just like tarred and feathered and told they were horrible people. And now, well, we don't know that. It's not evidence. We don't know that. So you shouldn't say anything. How dare you? It's like, you know what? No. No.
Look, and there again, I think this is funny too. We've got people on here that are like, Ryan's just, he can't even blush because he's such a nice guy, whatever. I'm like, people tried saying that about, Vic Mignogna, and it was, again, it's a double standard depending on where you're at. Honestly, it comes down to politics, where you're at politically. A lot of people made up their mind about Mignogna because they didn't like that he was more conservative-ish and a professed Christian. And again, that doesn't mean that, creepy stuff didn't go on. I'm just saying you got to be able to prove it.
What my problem with that was that's the behavior they were accusing him of. I've seen a lot of voice actors, some of the ones that were complaining about it, doing the exact same damn things at cons when we were guests with them. So it's like, I'm like, the things you're getting mad about, I've seen a lot of you behave in similar fashions. I mean, I've seen the girls in line for these voice actors buttoning their shirts and flipping their hair and trying their best to look so cute when they get up there. I've seen it.
It's we've said before, when the Vic situation happened, where we said if he's guilty, then, everybody else all the other voice actors are too, because it's basically, you go to an anime con, especially with the guests, and you get the guests have their groupies and stuff. It's like a frat party for nerds.
It kind of is.
And crazy stuff happens. And again, I'm familiar with Adam Kovic as a personality. I don't know.
I don't even know who he is, honestly. I mean, I know who he is now, but Adam Kovic was not somebody I was familiar with until this instance. If you had mentioned him, I wouldn't have known or cared who the hell he was.
Yeah.
I still don't really care if he wants to take videos of himself, which I think is really, and they're consenting adults, that's fine. I always, my go-to is don't ever videotape yourself because they always can be hacked or leaked or put in a cloud or something. We learned this a long time ago, not because we took pictures of ourselves, but because I made a present for my kids and we took pictures of it, and I didn't want my kids to know what they were. I made Squid King this big Minecraft blanket. It was really, really, no, was that the one with the Minecraft? Or her?
Yeah, it was a Minecraft.
It was a Minecraft blanket?
Yeah.
And I made Pinky Boo something as well, but I can't remember what it was. But they made them gifts, and we took photos of it. And they were looking at something on the TV screen with the cloud, and the photos popped up. They were on our phones, and they popped up on the cloud. And if there had been anything bad that we had thought, let's videotape this for later, the kids would have seen it. So, it's always out there. Do not, just rule of thumb, don't tape it.
Something else, depending on where the thumb is.
I knew you were going to do that.
Listen to Captain America. Captain America told you to not videotape your ass or anybody else's ass, because Captain America's
Winky got leaked.
Yes. His Bucky.
His Bucky.
His Bucky got leaked. So even if this is like totally consensual with, a spouse or other adult, whatever, I don't care what people's kinks are, right? You don't put this stuff on your phone.
I wouldn't recommend it.
You don't keep this stuff because this is exactly what could happen.
And I mean, what's interesting to me is the way this is being handled compared to what we saw last year.
Yeah, well, no, that's
the double standards. The fact that no one's allowed to talk about it. If you mention it, it's automatically deleted. Which isn't the same thing as last year.
So here we actually have photographs and videos. Now I'm sure somebody's got them archived someplace. Kind of just looks like his nudes were leaked. Seems kind of bullshit to call him a predator before any concrete evidence arises that proves it.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. That is my point. Just like we said with Vic Mignogna, I figure, you're innocent to proven guilty. Let the investigation decide, let the courts decide, whatever. But I am a little bit intrigued by the fact that any mention of this gets deleted automatically. I'm like, really? That doesn't look suspicious at all.
That's what gets me, because again, the difference with Mignogna was like, it was just like there's a whiff of wrongdoing. There was an article published by Anime News Network using actual like faked photographic evidence, and he lost all of his jobs. Mm-hmm. There wasn't even any questions. Like, he's out the damn door.
The next person going to give the benefit of the doubt. You didn't get benefit of the doubt till Vic Mignogna last year. That's what, and when we said, why don't we wait and see, we were literally vilified all over the place for how very dare we be reasonable and rational and not just automatically choose a side and hang him by his toenails and condemn him forever. We got told we were horrible people, got called out, got called names, all this other stuff. And now the same idea of, well, I don't know if I believe it, let's wait and see, is considered, the right way to go because they're fans of Adam Kovic.
Yeah, well, that's usually what happens. I mean, in our case, like, we're pretty neutral. I mean, obviously, Full Metal Alchemist fans like Vic's work, whatever, but I don't know Vic. I don't know Adam Kovic. I'm familiar with both. But just objectively, the same, even-handedness needs to be applied to both situations. But I can say that in the case of Kovic and Ryan Haywood here, there actually is what appears to be photograph, more evidence than
right. And if you're going to fire Vic over accusations without evidence, then you should fire Adam Kovic and Ryan Hayward over if there's videos and a little bit more evidence, because you can't have this double standard, especially not today, not after all the pomp and circumstance and all the big showiness that WarnerMedia has made of how we're not going to deal with this anymore. It's all about diversity. It's all about, inclusion, and we're not accepting any kind of toxic behavior at all. Well, then if that's the case, then there's the door.
Yeah. So, I mean, do I think there's an investigation going on? Absolutely. Because, but there's more dirt coming out. So, usually when this kind of thing happens, okay, you always have people who have axes to grind come out of the woodwork. And here's a former Funhaus personality. I'm not familiar with him that much. Raul Coley, I think, maybe. I haven't been part of the Funhaus family for over a year and refuse to make any further content with them.
Well, that's something went down there, obviously.
Yeah, blame Adam Kovic and fuck Adam Kovic. And it ain't got shit to do with nudes. So, again,
apparently he is not a very nice person to some people on the back end.
Yeah, so there's
a different kind of back end.
Well, oh yeah. So again, we're gonna see dogpiling because this is what happens. You're gonna have people with grievances. The fact that they locked this tells me that Warner's probably already on it. And
they're gonna do everything they can to bury this.
Yeah, there are. Well, they are. I mean, they're deleting all the posts, and the moderators on the Rooster Teeth, if it's an official subreddit, probably has ties to Rooster Teeth. And they're like, let's delete this stuff.
I want to point out, when accusations are made last year with actually less evidence than this, and some of it was turned out to be misused images and things that weren't what was going on, he was fired pretty much immediately.
Yeah, and it wasn't just, it was from multiple places, and the most of the grievances were coming from Funimation.
No, I'm not saying who was innocent and who was guilty. I'm just saying if one person can be fired based on accusations, then the other people should be fired based on accusations. It's bullshit that there's a double standard here. You
need to have a straight up policy that goes like, we'll take any and all accusations seriously, but there's going to be an investigation. If the investigation turns up nothing, even if the investigation turns up something, but it's not a fireable offense, issue an apology and we move on.
And they're going about lawyers and stuff. If they let these people stay after what they did to Vic, I think, if I were his lawyer, I'd be looking into that because, I mean, there's clearly, a double standard going on and, that's not okay.
Yeah, but we're also talking, Kovic is more part of the team. Vic
I get that.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. If you work with a company, usually, the standards and, rules of the company apply to everyone.
Well, okay. So case in point, when I worked on Disney Comics, I had to sign papers not only with the publisher of the comics, but also with Walt Disney Company.
Right.
And part of that did include, you're not going to be out there disparaging Disney. You're not going to be out there making an ass of yourself. We can terminate
Apparently it doesn't work on Marvel, though.
It doesn't work on Marvel, which blows my mind. I don't understand how Marvel and Lucasfilm get away with the shit that they get away with. And they say it's because they're contractors. I'm like, no, I've signed contractor papers with Disney.
It does most definitely give a social media guideline onto what you can and can't do. And I know when Peter Simeti said he wanted a social media guideline, people had a fit and were like, how dare you? You can't do that. They can, and they do all the time.
Yeah. So there it is, guys. It's 4chan's also Kiwi Farms, again, not linking to that. You can go out and find it on your own if it's still there. I don't know. I don't know. I think the big story here is that if they don't do anything, then there's definitely a double standard.
That's what I have a problem with. Yeah. And the fact that you're not allowed to speak of it in this situation, but the other situation was allowed to be discussed. And the fact they're blocking everybody and deleting things makes me kind of like, it's a little bit weird to do that if nothing happened.
Yeah, and they're already in damage control mode. So it's something is up. Something is up. At least an investigation's going on.
Yeah.
So we're going to wrap this one up.
Yep.
Okay, so please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.